Today on the TMZ Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton.
I'm Charlie Neff.
And today, Blake Lively thinks that she's won the war, but Baldoni's basically saying, you just won a little battle.
He's saying, not so fast.
We'll talk about the BET Awards, which were last night. Jamie Foxx, he tearfully accepted an Icon Award, and Kevin Hart roasted some of the people in the audience.
I loved it. Some good moments.
And finally, we'll talk about the Diddy trial, because yesterday was a big day, and today there was a big ruling on the mistrial
That he was asking for.
Yeah, Diddy was asking for a mistrial, and the judge just announced what they're going to do.
Yep.
We'll remind you that we're live.
We're live. We're a little late today, but thanks, guys, for waiting for us. As you guys know, leave the comments on our YouTube page. We will get to those at the end of the show. Any comments you want to say about any of these stories? Are you Team Blake? Are you Team Justin Baldoni? Let us know. Or if you have something you want to say about us. I always get scared of those comments.
We'll take it. we will take it. To begin with, Justin Baldoni this morning is firing back at Blake Lively.
Yep.
Basically saying, you didn't win anything. We're still as confident in our case as we've ever been. This is despite a judge dismissing his $400 million defamation lawsuit.
All his lawsuits. The lawsuit against Blake and Ryan, the lawsuit against the New York Times, a $250 million lawsuit. I mean, this was a massive story yesterday because we finally have seen which way is this going. And, it was such a big win for Blake. I mean, she released, a statement about it yesterday, celebrating. And Justin Baldoni, he still wants to put up a fight.
But do you think then, because I was under the assumption that this was just like a little part of the case that she had now won, but that there was far more to come as well? Or
this was all his lawsuits.
You think this is the biggest one, and so now
this is definitely the biggest revelation to come out of the case.
So she is sitting pretty, and he is got his.
And by the way, he was trying to dismiss her lawsuits against him, but that hasn't been ruled on yet.
Because she still has a defamation case out against him, doesn't she? Which hasn't been dismissed.
No, not yet.
Interesting.
But look, there is an opportunity for him to refile something, an appeal. It appears like he is planning to do that. He's still confident that he was wronged. Remember, this all has to do with the big New York Times story, where Blake they talked about like all the drama from the set of It Ends With Us. He felt it was defamation. He felt this, the story was all part of a play to like end him, So he felt like he was done wrong. But a judge had said like, look, at the time, her civil, what was it? She filed like a civil lawsuit.
Yes, because she said he smeared
civil
her,
rights lawsuit, and so because
for sexual harassment,
I believe so. So when she filed that, the judge basically said all those details were already, reachable in this civil rights lawsuit that Blake had filed. So the judge felt like it was okay and fair for the New York Times to do their story.
Okay. And now Brian Friedman, who is Baldoni's lawyer, he is spinning this as saying the court has invited them to amend 4 of the 7 claims, allowing them to present more evidence and refined allegations. But do you think that's just spin? Do you think that really what he's trying to say is we're screwed now? Or
no, I don't think so. I think they're still very confident, and this is gonna be back and forth for a long time.
It really will be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let us know. What do you think?
What do you think? Are you Team Blake or Team Justin? Is anyone? I guess maybe now Team Blake will have a few more supporters.
Yeah. I think it's possible because for the court of opinion,
it
was overwhelming for him. Like people sided with him.
I wonder if now people trend towards her and if maybe she can get back a bit of her brand because her and Ryan, like
they took a hit.
They took a big hit and I don't know if they'll get some back now.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, on to our next story.
The BET Awards.
That was last night.
Yeah, did you watch?
Look, no.
It's all on social.
Yeah.
I think we all kind of see on social media now, right?
Right.
Unless you were actually there.
Look, I wasn't blown away by Kevin Hart's jokes. The host always tries to
So you're saying Kevin Hart's not funny?
I kind of am.
Yeah.
He tried to sort of roast the crowd, warning them, no after parties this year, guys, because after parties get slippery. Alluding to Diddy and Baby Oil and
yeah.
Okay.
And he made like the Cardi B jokes with, who's the new guy she's dating?
Stephon Diggs.
Yeah. Remember there was like those yacht videos and he talked about like Kevin Hart made a dig at like pink cocaine.
Yes.
Like, oh, the pink stuff.
So there's like no pink stuff or no yachts, everybody.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah, you're talking about Stephon Diggs. I remember that. But it's like, it's not like funny.
Did he talk about, this is the one thing I want to hear from Kevin Hart, how on Tinder, I think it's Tinder, the dating apps,
yeah,
they're testing a new feature where girls can pick a height.
Oh.
So I want to hear that from him. I mean, obviously he's like married with kids, but like for the short kings, that's got to be tough.
I would have heard a few jokes from Kevin about that.
That would have been good.
Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the short kings aren't here for that.
No, they're not.
He also he talked about Kanye making a joke about him.
Which, by the way, speaking of Kanye this morning, do you see he's changing his name again?
Stop it. To what? Oh, here we go.
Remember he went from Kanye to Ye.
He better not be going by Y now.
It's Ye now.
Yay.
Ye.
It's YEYE.
Yes.
In one word?
Yeah.
Yay.
Yep.
Okay.
Breaking news for you.
That's actually funnier than Kevin Hart's jokes.
Wow, look at me.
Yeah,
I could host the BET Awards.
Wow, I don't think so, Charlie. I don't think so. Also, Jamie Foxx. Nice moment for him.
That was heart-wrenching.
Heart-wrenching, heart-warming, heart
Yeah.
everything. Because he accepted the ultimate icon honor. He says he should have been in the memoriam.
In
memoriam tribute. He said that could have been me.
That's brutal.
And very easily it could have been him. But he says, what I went through, I'm on the other side now. I got a second chance. You guys held me down. You can't go through something like that and not testify. So I'm glad he's back. He's like beloved.
I wonder if he's changed anything about his life. When you like almost die, you like come out of it and you're like, well, I'm dumping this person. I'm moving to Thailand. I'm like, you start changing everything about your life,
I'm moving to Thailand, baby.
I mean, I wonder if he's like changed anything where he's like, nope, I'm not eating, X, Y, and Z anymore. I'm changing my diet.
He will have had to have. You know what I mean? When you get a second chance and you feel like,
new lease on life.
Everything's a
bonus. Like reborn in
Everything's
a
a bonus, Yeah, I wonder. Tyler Perry also got up there, was a quite sort of political dochi.
Oh, yeah, a lot of political comments regarding Trump and the ICE raids.
Yeah, about, race and there was a lot of things. So, yeah, BET Awards.
Yeah.
Done and dusted for 1 year.
Yes.
Judge has denied the Diddy mistrial.
Were you surprised?
No.
Yeah, no.
No, I was not surprised. Diddy's trying to get it thrown out, obviously.
He's trying to say, like, Cassie lied, right? That it's, like, proven that she lied.
Yeah.
About something minor.
Yeah, and yeah, there was a difference of...
it was that the assistant lied about seeing... Oh, no.
It was that Cassie either lied about seeing
the balcony incident.
Or she saw it secondhand, which is what she texted about.
Right.
Anyway, there was a difference of... And yet they were right. Cassie's thing was a bit different. But I think that happens over time, that your story... I don't think that... And the judge didn't think that was grounds for a mistrial. But, I mean, these are all things that Diddy will be able to bring up on appeal.
I think it's looking real rough for Diddy right now.
Yeah.
I
still don't know.
I would say 20 years plus in prison.
I've been accused of defending Diddy, and you
kind of were in the beginning. You're like, it's not racketeering.
Yeah, I'm still. It's not racketeering. I'm still kind of like, it probably is, but
okay.
But to get one juror to say I'm not 100% sure, I think I still
think it's going to be difficult.
I still think there's a chance that the jurors go, look at this horrible domestic violence. Look at this horrible, like the things that these women were forced or maybe like
I think
pushed into.
it's easier to, let's say there's one person that's like, nope, they didn't prove racketeering.
Yeah.
I think because they've painted him as a monster, it's easier to convince that last person, look, he's a bad dude. Why don't you look at this, 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 and this? It's easier to convince that person because they'll feel a little bit more okay with putting someone behind bars that's like bad.
Yeah.
Versus
I
like,
hope so, to be honest. I hope so. I hope that he goes to prison because I've seen
some of the
what he's
stuff
capable
is,
of.
oh.
I've heard other allegations, which I believe, a lot of these allegations that are brought up under oath in court by multiple people.
Yeah.
But he's not on trial for those things. A lot of those things, the domestic violence and the sexual, he's not on trial for that.
But it's all character building.
It's character building. Is he a racketeer? I'm not 100% sure. I hope the jury finds him guilty of it, though. I'll say that personally, but
Wow.
I don't know. Should we read out some?
What do you guys think? Let us know quickly.
Really quickly.
All right, let's get to the comments. For Lively and Baldoni, Colleen Duckett said, Team Baldoni all day. She and her husband are evil.
Evil.
Oof.
Oh, wow. Ryan Reynolds is evil.
Westy NYC said, Judge Lemon's brother, Doe, is a Hollywood director who worked with Blake before.
Judge Lyman's brother, Doe. Or I was supposed to say Doug. Did you write it wrong, or did they write it wrong? Is a Hollywood director who worked
Imagine
with
if your name was Doe.
Doe?
That would be tough if you're a little chubby. That would be tough.
It would.
Chrissy Days Combs said, okay, said, I still think she used me to crush someone she felt as a threat and was just as mean.
Oh, she used the Me Too movement to crush
Oh.
someone. Yeah, I'm Team Baldoni, so I...
Also, like, people can be wronged. It doesn't need to be necessarily tied with, like, part of the Me Too movement.
I think she definitely felt wronged. I don't think she's trying anything. I think
they both strongly feel their sides.
Yeah.
C. Marie said, you two seriously have no idea what is going on with the Baldoni lawsuit. Whoever that female content creator is can't even listen between the false narrative and the voice is like nails on a chalkboard. Am I a female content creator?
I guess so.
Wow. That's what I took away from everything.
Glass half full, Charlie.
For the Diddy story, Adriana Harwood said, I don't believe anything Diddy says. He denied beating Cassie, and then the video came out.
I agree. Like,
that's so true.
Have you watched his denial selfie video since everything? It's
no. You went
what?
back?
Yeah, just because like he was so like serious, like I have been wronged and I will be vindicated. And it's like, bro,
yikes!
No,
that's an.
He's a liar. He's a liar. He's a horrible person.
Couple additional comments from you guys. Crystal Kavistad said, hi, Charlies. I'm so happy to catch y'all live today.
Happy you catching us
Hello,
live
Crystal.
too.
Bright and early. Moises Espirito Santo said, hi, I'm from Sao Paulo, Brazil, right?
Yeah, it's Brazil.
Have you been?
I haven't though, but it looks beautiful.
It does look beautiful. Johnny went, my husband, for Carnival.
Oh, wow. You let him go there for Carnival?
We weren't together during that
Okay,
time.
yeah.
He loved it, though.
I bet he did.
He talks about a little too much. I'm like, okay, let's move on.
Those booties over there?
Yeah, sexy outfit.
Yeah,
You know, I'd do one of those.
Oh, wow.
I'd be like the little stick among like
Yeah, you
all these
would.
girls with like big butts,
You would.
big boobs. Sir Mel said, Charlie does a good Charlie impression.
Okay.
You try to do an impression of me.
Oh my God. Totally. That Justin Baldoni is so off on this one.
Why are you like singing
I don't
like
know. I
this?
don't know. All right, now you do me.
Now you do me. Big down under.
Big
Pretty
down.
much.
Pretty much. That's not bad. That's not bad. Now, a little birdie told me you've got a Today in History segment.
Yeah, I got quick today in history for you guys.
Well, 1 minute Today in History segment.
Okay, 1 minute. Number one, it is Judy Garland's birthday.
Okay, R.I.P.
Yeah. Somewhere.
Okay, you do. You're good voice.
No, not
You
right
should have
now.
a one-woman show almost. You do this
Oh
with voices.
my god,
little
that would be
improv.
fun, like improv.
Yeah.
Today is also corn on the cob day.
Oh,
Do you like corn on the cob?
it's actually my least favorite food.
Same. It like gets in your teeth
Why do we call it corn on the cob?
because the corn is on the cob
But why don't
versus you cutting the corn.
we? Yeah, but
off?
why don't we call it corn off the cob? It comes
Because
on
that's-
the cob. No, the
oh.
way it's born and the way it lives its
Versus
life.
just corn, which is separate from the
Yeah,
cob.
it should be corn and corn off the cob. Are you with me?
Okay. You know what? I can't. This is too much. Today also, Benjamin Franklin. Do you know American history?
He's the one on the dollar bills or something.
He flew the kite for the first time today in 1752.
Is he on money? I was going to say he was a...
Yeah, he's on money. The Benjamin. Come on, don't you know Benjamins?
Yes.
What is it?
Um,
Oh, God.
no,
$100 bill.
oh.
Gosh, of course you know like the $1 bill, I'm sure, but not the 100.
100.
Benjamins, don't you know? I mean, they say
Yeah,
in,
yeah,
like,
no. I
songs.
knew it was something. I already said it was the money. So he wasn't a president, or it was?
No, he wasn't a president, but he was influential. He wasn't a president.
He flew a kite.
Yeah, and that was electricity.
There
Remember
we
the
go.
key? Oh, forget it. And then lastly, I had one more good one. Where is it? Oh, this is dark.
Okay.
First witch was hanged in Salem today.
Oh.
I love spooky news.
Me too.
God, I can't wait for Halloween. Is
Shout
it
out
too
to that
early to
witch.
talk about Halloween?
No.
I went to Salem. So cute. If you could ever go during October, the bomb.
I bet. I would love. That'd be awesome to be in Salem in Halloween.
We should go and have a podcast there
Oh, TMZ podcast on the road would be so fun.
with our little witch hats.
Yes.
Ooh, doing spells.
All right, Charlie. Thank you.
Thank you, Charlie.
And we'll see you guys here tomorrow.
Bye.